Welcome back, travelers, to Powerpuff Girls. Legendary lore. We're going to be talking about angels. So, basically, on Innistrad, there are 5 main angels to talk about. And we've already talked a little bit about one of them, Avacyn. She's kind of a big deal when it comes to Innistrad. She's kind of the entire reason the humans have existed as long as they did. Right, Joe? You know what I mean?
The reason it's not a plane of monsters.
Exactly. Well, I guess you could say a plane of ghosts. Because the werewolves would starve, no one would be able to create new zombies, and all the vampires would starve. So there'd be nothing but spirits left. And the spirits would eventually just kind of cease to exist because there'd be nothing to rage at. So it would just become this barren rock.
Rage against the machine.
Pretty much. Maybe there'd be just one giant tree folk thing. So it had all the souls contained inside of it. But you get the basic idea. So when Avacyn suddenly came into existence, it turned out she wasn't the first one. There were angels already on Innistrad. And it's important because each of these angels wasn't just a mono white angel like we're used to. Each one was a different color combination. You had Bruna, she's the blue-white one. Then you had Gisela, the red-white one. Sigarda, the green-white. And then, of course, Liesa, the black-white one. Now, what's important is that each of these angels, these archangels, had their own flights. Flight, of course, being the general idea for the name of a pack, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, each of the different angels had their own ideologies and ways that they dealt with things, specifically on how to deal with the horrors of everything going on around them. What's really cool, though, is that this book exists. Joe, I've shown you this before, right?
Yes.
Yes, this is the magic art book for Innistrad. And a lot of the times when I do my research, I'm getting a lot of the information that I need to make sure I get everything correct from things like these, from books like these, that basically give you all the information you need. I just figured I'd take this one out because I had it on hand. And I can specifically show you guys the moment that I stopped stalling.
I just imagine you're like a PBS. And just like, legendary lore comes from support from books like you. Thank you.
You have the angels. This is the angel page, basically. And in it, you see Flight Alabaster, the host of herons. You have the Flight Gold Knight. But there's no mention on this page of another group. Now, why is that? Why is it that there would be no mention of the black-white group, Joe?
Because they thought of it later and then shoehorned it into Innistrad.
Okay, well, Joe.
Do you mean not from a creator standpoint?
Yes, from the story standpoint. Allow me to explain. So basically, what happened is that Gisela is known as the Blade of Gold Knight. The Light of Alabaster is what Bruna is called. And then, of course, the Host of Herons is what they call Sigarda. And each of them have a different method of how they take care of humanity. But Liesa's deal was making sure that things were kept in check. You have to know your enemy to defeat your enemy, is one thing she would say. And because of her methods, which we'll get into a little bit closer now, is that no one really liked it. Her 3 sisters were kind of like, and everyone else was like, no, because Liesa's method was to make deals with demons. Okay, look, I know that you're super powerful and super dangerous, and I want to protect as many of the humans as I can, but I understand that some humans gotta go.
I just imagine she's going up to demons like, okay, here are the death row criminals. You can have these, but leave these alone. This one's an honor roll student. He doesn't deserve to die. But I can have these. Yeah, you can have those.
Yeah, and that's the basic idea, is that she would make deals with the demons. But Avacyn shows up, and she's like, look, I get all of you have different methods of taking care of things, but Liesa, you're wrong. And it's that kind of like righteousness of Avacyn that resulted in Avacyn single-handedly, in the course of a day, eradicating the entirety of the Flight of Dusk.
Snap.
All of it just gone, eradicated, erased from existence. And they are all forbidden from ever saying anything about her.
That's insane.
And that's that Liesa was the oldest and most powerful of the archangels up until Avacyn showed up.
I just imagine them at the family table, just like, wow, these family reunions have been really weird without.
And they all just look at like an empty chair that's there, and it's got like Liesa's name like written on it, like on the top of it. Huh.
Without a stuffing. We forgot the stuffing. We're angels. We don't eat. I know, but I was about to say Liesa. You said
it. Have you tried the devil's food cake? I was just like. So you have these three other angels. What do they do? Why do their colors matter? Well, you have Bruna. She's white-blue. And the whole idea behind her flight was that they were focused on the enchantments that kept the cities safe. So every major city had specific enchantments placed on it by the angels that were maintained by the angels that kept them all contained. So nothing that was like super evil could break through. That was the whole idea behind the Light of Alabaster. Mm-hmm. Then you had the Blade of Gold Knight. While Bruna was super duper defensive, Gisela was all about offense and going out and just finding people that were Scabarin, necromancers, what are they called? The ones that work with geists. You know what I mean. All the people that were bad guys, alchemists and stuff. Kill them. The last flight, the Host of Heron's flight, Sigarda's flight, their whole deal is literally just protecting the humans. They're the ones, they're the smallest flight also. You had Bruna's, which was huge. You have Gisela's, which is a huge army. But with Sigarda's, it's very personal. They're the ones, they go around Kasig and through the forest, and they find, and their main thing is just hunting down werewolves and making sure that the general populace, the villagers, are safe. And so that just kind of gives you the headspace for each of these three different angels. And of course, Avacyn rules over them all. That is until,
even though she got there late.
That is until something possibly goes horribly awry. And we'll talk about that.
Nothing like that could happen.
And we'll talk about that in the next episode.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to go ahead and catch you guys next time after this cliffhanger. So go ahead and leave a like if you like the video and subscribe to catch our next legendary lore. And leave a comment. Which angel do you agree with?
That's a good one.
Actually kind of agree with Liesa.
Do you?
Yeah.